Hey, this is Derek from Roof It Forward, doing a free video roof inspection here in Calhoun. So first, I'm going to go over everything I see, and then we're going to talk some more about storm damage and just get in that. So I know you had a big leak, you said, in your son's room. Um, so just going to go over everything that could be a possibility. So all these pipe boots here, these penetrations, they've all got rusted nail heads here. So very easy for water to get up there. If the water is coming up here and backflowing up into these shingles, which there's a ton of debris and stuff, so that's a good possibility. We got another pipe boot over here. That's got, looks like the gasket's coming off there, so you can get water down in there very easily, as well as it's lifted up. And these fasteners, these nails are completely rusted and exposed. So that's the kind of thing. When the roof is built, those are caulked up. Looks like they were probably never caulked up, or the else it just wore away completely. Also, I noticed on the hips and the ridge here, we got incorrect shingles. So these are the same as the field shingles here. Um, these actually should be a different type of shingle, which doesn't have these overlays. They're called hip and ridge shingles, and they're made for exactly that. So you got a few issues on the ridges coming from that. You got a nice interwoven valley here. Do have some debris build up, so that can cause leaks. That stuff can seep in there. You can see how wet it is compared to the rest of the roof. Another boot that's got nails exposed. You've got a repair back here, but you've also got this power pole here. So if that's having some issues down there, see how it's kind of caulked up, but it's also a little bit raised. So going on around the front, got a satellite dish there. It looks like the decking is a little bit sunken in. I think this is slat decking, you said. So you can definitely run into some issues with that, especially if it's not the code, where it's got gaps. So if there's gaps in the wood like that, then you run into some issues with that. So we got these turbine vents where all the nails are exposed, probably causing leaks. Looks like you got somebody here tarred up some areas. You got another one down here, same way. This was really probably a problem at some point. It was really caulked in now, but looks like it's covering up the vents. I don't know how well that's actually venting anything. Another turbine. It's got exposed nail heads. And then over here on this ridge here, you got one of these is exposed nail heads. And you got some damage there, probably for a critter or tree maybe drug it, something like that. You've also got, here, I'll show you an example, quite a few nail pops like this. So if you look, you can see how the shingle's raised. There's the nail backing out right there. So that kind of stuff needs to be pushed back down and nailed back. You got a bad one there. There's a few all over the roof. Those can cause leaks as well. When those nails back out, water gets up under there. All right, let's transition over and talk about some storm damage. So anytime you're looking for wind or hail on a roof, you want to start with collateral. So this is an architectural shingle. They have a higher wind rating, 100, 130 mile an hour wind rating. So you're not really going to get a lot of wind damage on these, just the nature of how they're made versus 3-tab. But if you look at the turbine vents, get my shadow out of the way. So I chalked it up, and you can see how the chalk just runs over those dents. And if you look over the fins have some dents as well. It's the same on the other one, and the same as the one over there. So hail has hit this roof in the past. I don't know how long ago. Those dents don't really indicate anything giant, but with the age of the roof, I went ahead and started just kind of trying to dig in. So first thing I did on the back here, looks like it got beat up the worst, is I made a 10 by 10 square and just started getting some obvious what looks to be hail. So stuff like that, where it's impacted, the granulars have washed away. The one on the edge right there. So the back was easy to find. We've got quite a few. Here's a nail pop that's come all the way through the shingle, and you're going to see an exposed nail. So that's a really good way to leak. Also, it looks like the gutters over on that side are full. Full gutters, water can backflow, especially if you don't have drip edge under there. So that can create some issues as well. Not really sure exactly 100% positive where the leak is coming from. There's another decent hail. Go over here on the other slope. I marked up, 4 or 5 easy ones to find. Something like this. This might be more like blistering, where the heat has just caused the shingles to kind of degrain. But like I said, you have some collateral, so we could possibly throw that up against the as hail as well. You got some nail pops, but got a little bit of damage here, there. Front was a lot more clean than the back. A bit of damage there, probably blistering. Got some. It's kind of hard to see, but you can feel where the grains are gone. It's kind of impacted a little bit. Out there as well, possibly. So really, that just happens. Gets worse over time. Water can get down to the matting and create an issue. This area over here is so covered with the trees that it's probably going to be really hard to find any kind of hail type damage there. And then lastly, we'll come over here to this last vent. So we got some. This is covered in algae, so it's a little bit harder to see, but there's definitely grains missing and it's pushed in. Same with there. And you can see the cap on there as well is dented up. And not so much on this side. I didn't really find. A little bit on this side. So all in all, State Farm's a little bit tough right now, but that's why you hire a contractor. So I think right now, especially since you have interior damage and you have what appears to be hail plus hail collateral on all these soft metals, and quite frankly, you probably need a new roof with the install issues you're having and some of the other stuff going on. Insurance is probably going to be your best bet. So happy to talk you through that. What my company does is we pretty much take the reins, talk to the insurance company, go through the entire process, so that way you're not stressed and we work with them. We can do it over the phone. We can just do a 3-way call. I'll initiate it, set everything up. We'll get a claim number, and then we'll get the insurance adjuster out here to check. And I will meet him out here as well to go over all the findings and push to get you guys approved for a new roof, because we got some issues going on. All right, well, this is Derek. Roof It Forward. If you have any questions, just give me a call.